Oh, hey guys, it's Dean. What's up? So I am feeling too sick to do anything productive, so I'm just gonna go on Facebook Live and tell you a story about something that happened to me last night that I think you'll find entertaining. This story does have a purpose, so you're gonna get something out of it. You will learn some stuff about my fitness philosophy and also some things that you can use to help yourself. So first off, I'm going to start off by saying last night I had the worst food poisoning I've ever had in my life. It was impressive, it was painful, and I do not wish it on my worst enemy. I don't have any enemies, so I don't really have anyone to wish it on. But, so anyways, I went out to dinner last night with a client of mine. I met his husband for the first time, and I brought my girlfriend. We had a great time, but as soon as I got there, I realized my stomach was not feeling good at all. So I tried having a little bit of wine. That didn't work well. And then I just sat there not eating anything. I think I picked at a couple of things, but I did not eat more than a bite of food. And then I realized, well, very quickly that this is not going to end well. So I knew that I was either going to expel something somewhere. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where I was going to go. But I knew that I had some stuff in my body that I needed to get out extremely quickly. So the miracle of this story was that we made it all the way through dinner. I think the full 90 minutes of dinner, and then I got home and I promptly threw off everything that threw my coat on the ground. I kicked my shoes off, I ran into the bathroom, and it was horrible. Anyways, why am I telling you this story? Number one, the first lesson is don't eat meat that you've moved from the freezer to the refrigerator if it's been there for 3 days. If you're going to move something from a freezer out of the freezer, consume it immediately. That was mistake number one. And I'm also not going to be having sausage for a very, 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 very long time. Number two, my body, I think one of the reasons why I'm in relatively good shape is that my body is very responsive. It's very sensitive to things. If I'm doing something incorrectly, I notice it. I feel discomfort or I feel pain and I correct it. So I'm doing the proper, hey Paul, what's up? My friend Paul just joined. I'm just gonna say hi to him. Paul, you might like this. So anyway, so my body is super sensitive. So I notice things when either if movement is incorrect or if I'm eating foods that don't really agree with me. I know very quickly that I need to change what I'm doing. Now the problem with eating food is that once you've consumed it, it's already there, and it's either going to go through all the way or you're going to have to get it out back up, right? So the situation yesterday was that it was a little late for forced vomiting, so it was very painful. That was very painful coming back up. I don't know why I'm telling you this. This is probably really gross and too much information. Anyways, point is, it was horrible. And number one, don't eat meats if you just move them from the freezer to the refrigerator and they've been there for 3 days. Number one. Number two is I was getting into the sensitivity of my body and reaction to things. So obviously with food, my body knows and it says, okay, we need to get this out right now. This is not good for you. Or I'll get a headache if I have something that has a lot of sugar in it. One other benefit of my, so I used to drink soda, or I guess I'm from the Midwest, so I say pop. I had pop when I was younger, a lot. And the reason being was because I wasn't allowed to have pop in the house at all. Johnny, go vegan. You know what? Some days I've gone almost entirely vegan, and it's felt good, but I still feel hungry. Anyways, so anyways, when I was a kid, I had pop a lot whenever I would go out. So when I go to movies, or when I would go to the ice rink, or when I go to hockey games, that was a cool thing to do when I was in high school. I'd have pop whenever I could. And one thing I did was I swished it back and forth in my mouth. So it eroded my teeth. So if you look at my teeth here, see how it's kind of see-through right in the middle there? So my teeth, my enamel is almost gone. And that means that I can't have sugar, I can't have pop anymore, I can't have anything that hurts my teeth because I notice it right away. So that's a little bit of a blessing in disguise because I know that I need to, well, I can't do it. Otherwise my teeth will hurt, which is good because I don't need that food anyway. But anyways, the point is, that's another thing that makes me really sensitive to certain things. And that's a benefit because my body tells me when something's not good for me. So the lesson here is listen to your body. Your body is the most important, the most useful resource that you have in terms of your fitness. And if you listen to it, it will tell you what you need to do. And for some people who are just kind of new to fitness and they don't really know what that means, it's kind of like using your gut, right? You just have to listen to yourself and you have to think, okay, what's my body really telling me here? What's the truth here? And the more you do it, the more you practice that, the easier it becomes and the more effective it becomes. Number 3 is this is kind of funny, but my dad's an oncologist at a very good hospital in Cleveland, the Cleveland Clinic. I actually do yoga with him twice a week via webcam. He's one of a few people that I train via webcam. And he, obviously he's a doctor, so he believes very much in Western medicine and medication, and pretty much his response to anything is ibuprofen. I've even broken my arm before, and he he didn't believe me, so he said, let me see it. And then he just hit my wrist very hard, and he said, yeah, it's broken. I said, thank you, I know. That was funny. But anyways, so he very much is Western medicine, and the more that I've gotten into learning about my body and how it works, the more I've started leaning toward natural remedies. So using medication that I can pronounce. Ron Mills, it's called Coke in Texas, regardless of whatever it is. That's true. That's why Texas is silly. All right. So anyways, so I've started leaning toward more natural cures. So foods that I can pronounce, like apple cider vinegar or activated charcoal, which is still kind of on the fringe, but at least I know what it is, as opposed to being a lot of different chemicals mixed together or whatever it is. And the supplement industry and the natural remedy industry is really doing well. Way better than it ever was. You know, it's easy to get herbs from most places, especially if you live in a decent sized city. There's places like Natural Grocers, Whole Foods. It's easy to find natural remedies for things. And I know I'm sitting here talking to you about natural remedies, and you're like, oh, you're a typical yoga person. I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but I think it's more just a natural approach to the body, which I'm a big fan of. So anyways, so I called my friend, so I was having this fit last night of expunging everything from my body. I actually lost 8 pounds in the course of 3 hours. If that gives you any idea of how dehydrated I am. And I called my friend, Leroy, who is a May ambassador, and I told him, like, dude, I have the worst food poisoning I've ever had. Help me. And so, first he asked me questions. He's like, all right, what'd you eat? I told him what it was. I told him it was sausage. And he said, okay, when did it start? What's going on now? And he said, okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of things. And the first was apple cider vinegar. Yes, Leroy just said hi. He said awesome. So Leroy Cheney, holistic, what is this company called? Leroy, if you're hearing this, tell me what it's called so I can tell people what it is. But anyways, so he told me that I should have some apple cider vinegar mixed with water, because apple cider vinegar will kill off any salmonella or any bacteria along those lines, that they can't exist in your body while apple cider vinegar is present. So I had a spoonful of apple cider vinegar mixed with water. And then I asked him, all right, what can I eat? And so he says, all right, you can eat bananas and you can have bread. I'm like, well, I don't like bread. I'm okay with bananas. Fortunately, I have Ezekiel bread, so I can have non-processed sprouted grain. Ezekiel bread is amazing, by the way. It's really low in carbs, higher in protein, all of the ingredients are things you can pronounce. Again, that goes back to my natural tendency. And he said have some activated charcoal, and that will help to clear the toxins. So I had all of those things, luckily. I've had activated charcoal for a while now, and I usually use that if I know that I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out and have a couple drinks, or if I'm going to go out and I'm going to have some food that's of questionable quality. It's actually what it says on the bottle. It says directions are: take 1 to 4 capsules on an empty stomach for general detoxification or when consuming food of unknown quality. So that's activated coconut charcoal, and this is made by Bulletproof. So this is what I had. I don't know if I have a link for Bulletproof, but they're pretty cool. Just go to bulletproof.com. And activated coconut charcoal is wonderful. So I had some apple cider vinegar, I had some activated charcoal, I had some water, very slowly, and then I tried to go to sleep. Really weird dreams, didn't really fall asleep. So I'm up now, and I'm having lemon tea. So lemon, actually Tulsi tea is something I just started using. Lemon ginger tea. It's called Tulsi tea. I just ordered some on Amazon. You can find it, Tulsi. But it's called an adaptogenic tea, which means that it makes up whatever your body is lacking, whatever it needs. So very cool stuff. I've had this before bed, helps with sleep, helps to relax my shoulders, relieve tension. Apparently now I'm supposed to have it to help recover from food poisoning. So that's another thing that I'm having. And then something else. So I know that my body functions better when I'm having caffeine. Now I try to go off caffeine. I try to not have coffee every day, because then I get dependent on coffee. I'll have headaches in the morning if I don't have coffee, and I don't want that. I don't want to be dependent on anything. So sometimes I'll have tea, and that doesn't give quite the kick that coffee does, but it makes it so that I don't have a headache at least, and it also helps me wean off of coffee. But caffeinated tea or coffee right now would be a little too acidic for my stomach. So I went to my ever faithful supplement drawer, and fortunately I have something from Natural Stacks called Smart Caffeine. So instead of getting caffeine from tea or from acidic coffee, I can just take a pill and I can have caffeine. And so I'm feeling a little bit better just because I had that caffeine. Natural Stacks is an amazing company. I take a lot of their supplements. I take their magnesium. It's called MagTech. Helps with sleep, helps with stress. It even helps you, I also notice a mood change when I take it. I'm more relaxed. I'm not quite as balls to the wall or competitive or thinking that I have to do something for work for Manful Yoga at all times when I have it. So I can relax and actually sit down on the couch and have a conversation with people, which people tend to appreciate from time to time, particularly my girlfriend. And they also have CILTEP, which is a nootropic. It's a cognitive enhancer. It helps with food cravings. It also helps with increasing your memory ability, with helping you think more clearly, with helping you speak more fluidly. So I'll have that when I know that I'm going to be filming, or when I know that I'm going on camera or something like that, or if I just need to be able to present my thoughts or something, I'll have CILTEP. So Natural Stacks, CILTEP is another thing that I use from Natural Stacks. And then also I have this smart caffeine if I want to lay off the coffee for a little bit and not have something so acidic. So, point of me telling you all this is that it's easier to find cures than you think. You don't have to rely on over-the-counter medication. I'd recommend finding a, first of all, I'd recommend listening to your body, using common sense. Hey, Gay. This is my aunt just joined, saying hi to her. So I do recommend trying to integrate some natural cures into, into your arsenal, so to speak. So calming teas, activated coconut charcoal, maybe smart caffeine, MagTech to help you get magnesium, that helps you go to sleep, helps you relieve stress. A lot of people need vitamin D supplements. The kind that I have is from ID Life. It is a multi-level marketing company, but they do have a solid product. If you want to learn more about that, manfulyoga.idlife.com, and you can pick up some. They also have a very good protein powder. It's almost completely lactose free, so that's really nice as well. And they give you personalized nutrition, which is kind of cool. So they assign me a vitamin D pill because I have low vitamin D levels for whatever reason. And I also get a basic PM pill, a magnesium oxide supplement, and I think I get a spirulina supplement as well with that. So, what else can I tell you? So yeah, and then otherwise, there's a lot of things that you can do to relieve headaches, relieve stress on your own. First off, when you're feeling sick, you shouldn't have, I know that people have jobs and people have responsibilities, but when you're feeling sick, that's your body trying to get something out. It's something that you've either built up over a long period of time, and so it's coming out in the form of phlegm, or it's coming out in the form of vomit, or it's coming out in the form of a headache, or whatever it is. So taking something to just address that symptom is a quick fix that doesn't really solve your problem. You need to allow that stress that's accumulated in your body to get out. So the best thing you can do when you're sick is sleep. Have something that helps you detox. Have some healthy foods. Have a lot of spinach, broccoli, plants to help get that out. Lots of fiber in vegetables, peppers. I think Socrates said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." So he was a pretty smart guy. I would listen to him. So try to use more natural solutions. And I'm not saying that because I do yoga. I'm saying that because that's a good way to do things. Now, if you have cancer, see a good oncologist. There's a limit to what natural cures or natural remedies can do, certainly. But for just minor things, you don't need to go all out. You don't need to have medication all the time. Not a doctor. I'm not saying that I am, but I'm saying that a lot of common ailments can be cured with natural remedies. And movement is also a cure. So we can do some light stretching, do something on your back, just doing reclined twist, stretch, or putting your legs up the wall and focusing on your breathing, focusing on relieving your stress, focus on breathing deeply. If your body says you need to throw up, then throw up. If your body says that you need to have violent diarrhea, have violent diarrhea. So obviously there's an issue with dehydration there. So that's where properly rehydrating. So adding in a little bit of sea salt with your adding in a little bit of sea salt with the water, stirring that in helps you hydrate more quickly. Salt has essential minerals that you need. The problem runs into when we have salt in the form of preservatives or low quality sodium. And that's why people say, oh, I have too much salt, I'm not supposed to have any extra salt. No, you need salt. Just stop eating crappy salt from preserved foods. That's what you need to do. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of everything. Listen to your body more. Use your body. Use movement as medicine. Listen to your body is very important, and then try to use more natural cures. Leroy Cheney, can't pronounce his name, is a ambassador. He's a Manful Yoga ambassador, and he runs a holistic health business. He actually focuses on hypnosis. So a lot of things that when I first met him, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but people do it for a reason. It must work. And everything that any advice he's always given me has worked out pretty well. So check out Leroy's stuff. I don't know how to tell you to find it, but Leroy Cheney, and he's based in Boise, Idaho. I don't know if he does online coaching or not, but if you live in Boise, Idaho, definitely look into him. My washer is yelling at me. I think my clothes are dry. What else do I have coming up? So I do have, let's see here. So the Manful Boot Camp starts on January 2nd. This is going to be an intensive 3 times a week, live, in real time, via webcam workout session. So you'll get on a webcam with me. I'll watch you, make sure you're doing the right technique, help push you through the workouts, help hold you accountable. And that's going to be really fun. We've done a couple of those in the past. I've done a 90-day Get Yoga RIP program. I've done a 90-day The Next Level program. And so doing this again with the Manful Boot Camp, this first ever boot camp we've had. And that allows you to train from home, so you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to buy a gym membership. You don't have to worry about going to a yoga studio and not getting attention. So that's going to be really fun. And that starts on January 2nd. So that is the first Monday of the new year. And otherwise, Guy Yoga is on sale this month. So if you just go to manfulyoga.com and scroll down, there will be a promotional code that pops up. The code is Guy Yoga START. So GUYOGA and then START in all caps. And that gets you 15% off any package with Guy Yoga. So that includes our basic package, Guy Yoga Complete, which includes a few ebooks and also a 2-month membership to the members area. And then also there's a VIP Deluxe member as well, which gets you 2 months, a webcam training session with me, and also email coaching. So that is the complete package. That is the total or the ultimate package, so to speak. So if you want to get started with a program, that's my best beginner program right now. We spent years on that. I'm not kidding. We spent years on that. We finally filmed it in January and we released it in July. The DVDs for that will be coming out in the next month, sometime in January. I can't give you an exact date, but they are processed. They are shipped to Amazon. We're just waiting for Amazon to do its thing. So again, that will be in January. But in the meantime, you can get it in digital format, so you can view it on your phone, your tablet, your computer, anywhere you want. And then there's even download access versions, so you can have the option to purchase downloadable versions, and then you can use them all the time. Even when you don't have an internet connection, you can download the file, use it on your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever. So that's what's going on right now. Make sure you're on my email list. I'm planning on doing a flash sale sometime in the next few days, maybe the next couple of weeks. So make sure you're on the email list. That's the best way to stay in contact with me. You can sign up for that at manfulyoga.com/sign-up. Oh yeah, we still have our 10-day program going on. So our 10-day intro to Manful Yoga. You can sign up for that, and that also gets you on the email list at manfulyoga.com/10-days. All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna drink my lemon ginger tea, take a little nap maybe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Had a pretty good showing. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you got something out of this. I'll see you later.